So hello friends, today we are going to start our first chapter of class 8th, which is crop production and management. So let us start. So first of all, in this chapter we'll know about the agricultural practices. So first of all, we have to do the preparation of soil. After that we have to do about the sowing, and then we have to add some manure and fertilizers. Then we have to give them water, so it is also known as irrigation. Then we have to take out the weeds. The weeds are the unwanted plants that we don't want, so we have to take them out. Then we have to do harvesting. Harvesting means the cutting down of crops when they are fully grown, and then we have to clean them. The chaff we have to take out, means the unwanted cover we have to take out. Then we have to store them. So let us move ahead. So crops. So when plants of the same kinds are cultivated at one of the place at a very high scale, then it is known as crops. Mainly crops are of two types. One of them is rabi crop and the second one is the kharif crop. So let us study about rabi crop. So they are generally planted in November and harvested in April. Examples are wheat, barley, pea and gram. These are some of the examples of rabi crops. So now we come on kharif crops. Kharif crops, these crops are mainly are also known as rainy crops, such as they are cultivated in mainly in the rainy season, such as some of the examples are rice, corn, soybean, sugarcane, groundnut and cotton. Then we come on the tools of the agriculture. So first of the tool you can see is over there. You can see here over. This is a disc plow, and here it is a disc harrow, and here it is a rotary tiller, and here is the share plow. Over here it is the rigger, and here is, if you are doing the potato farming, then it is a potato planter. Here it is the potato harvester. Here is the thresher, and here is the cultivator. So let us move ahead. I have told you about all the tools. Now we are going to study about the equipment. So here these you can see here, these are rakes. This is a fork, fork. This is spade. This is shovel, shovel. This is a hoe. This is a hand fork, trowel, axe, shears, lawn mower, wheelbarrow, hose, pipe, watering can, and this is a sprinkler. So let us move ahead. Now we are on the preparation of soil. So preparation of soil is mainly done by this hoe and this by plow. You can see it is here. This is a plow shaft. This is over here there is a stick, and here it is a rod also, mainly you can tell about. So here bulls are putted and we do here plowing, or if there is a small land, then we can use hoe also, hoe. So now let us move ahead. This is sowing. Sowing means the growing of, or means the putting of the seeds into the ground. In the traditional, they are mainly traditional tools. Our traditional tool, you can see here is a funnel, funnel, funnel. Here is a pipe, and this farmer is putting the seeds, or this man is putting in the seeds over here, and these all seeds are going in this ground and are growing. These are bullocks. These are putting these that this is a plow, and these are moving them ahead. I have told you that this thing I have told you, and I want to show you here. Over here it is putted, and the bullocks row it out in all the what field. So this is also known as seed drill. I want to tell you that over here some of the seeds are putted, or over here if nearly we have to put, then over here then it comes from here and digs into the soil, and these seeds are putted from it. These we have to use tractor in this. So these are some of the fertilizers of different companies. This is of Agro, this is of Florican, this is Urea, this is Rich Mix or Oplucent Crops, and it is a organic manure. Yes, for all crops it is. These are mainly for that it is a granular fertilizer. It is a company of Florican, and this is a DAP fertilizer. So these all the fertilizers are used in it, and these are also very, very expensive. This is our handmade, or you can say that house-made manure, and these are mainly very, very good for our plants, better than the fertilizers that we get from the shops. This is cow dung, and it is mixed from the soil and made about it. This is also the same, and this is also the same. This is a cart in which it is put, and from this that it is shade, and from this it is put in and put over here, and you can see here also and here also. So let us move ahead. I have told you about the adding of the manure. After that that some of the advantages of manure are also there. So after this manure we are going to study about the advantages of fertilizers also. So first of all we should study about the advantages of manure. So manure improves water retaining capacity of the soil, means it takes much and much water and improves the capacity of soil to take much and much water, and it makes the soil porous and exchange of gases become easy, means it makes soil very fertile and good, and that very, very fertile and good, and that nutritious, and it also can change, and it also takes out hollow spaces in it, and it can easily exchange gases very easily, and it increases the number of friendly microbes, means it makes much and much minerals in the soil, and it improves the texture of the soil, and it replenishes the soil with necessary nutrients, means it puts much and much nutrients in our soil. So now we will talk about the advantages of fertilizers. These advantages of fertilizers are many, but there are many disadvantages also. So first of all we will talk about the advantages of fertilizers, that we need more food to feed increased population, means fertilizers make our food increase, but very chemical. Fertilizer is made from, it is chemical, and it is made from many of the that urea is how much dangerous for us, but it makes food good and early also. So many of the population is using the fertilizers. Now we come on the second part. This is only possible through high yielding varieties of food, grain and other food materials, like that these are like oil seeds, sugar, fruits and etc. So that we have to take much of the grains, and we can yield it at one time and use these fertilizers to yield them, such as we use oil seeds, sugar and fruits, etc. So now next point, all these things need nutrition through roots from soil. So that we put fertilizer in the roots of the plants mainly. So the plants take nutrition from the soil, so they put some of the fertilizer in soil also. These nutrients in large quantity can only be fortified to soil through use of chemical fertilizers. So you know that soil is not very if any of the soil is not very that nutritious, so it makes so means the fertilizer makes it very much nutritious at one time, and after that it gets rotted up and without any fertilizer, without any nutrition it is. So we use the chemical fertilizers. Now we come on the sources of irrigation. So first of all we'll talk about this you can see it is a tubewell, it is a well, it is a pond, and this is a dam. You can see this is a canal, and this is a lake, or this is a lake, or this is a pond. You can say anything. So these are mainly from which we get water for yielding. You can see these in good villages, means better villages, not very poor, and these also in villages. These you can see some of them in cities, small cities, not big cities. So in villages also. These are mainly in hilly areas, dams. Canals are mainly in small villages, and these lakes are in mountain areas. So let us move ahead. So I want to tell you that irrigation is method through which we give water to the plants to get lived. So some of the traditional methods I want to tell you of irrigation are dhikli. In this dhikli, one man puts a stone in this side. You can see this stone is this side, and this man is taking out the bucket, and this stone is also helping him to come up the bucket. So this man slowly puts the water here and then again dip the bucket. This is a chain pump. Here one of the chain is put it in which we roll out, and continuously the water comes out and out and out. So this is a old lady. You can see she is using a moat. This is a puller system also, we can say it. She takes out water from this well and puts over here. This whole thing is done, and I have mostly seen this also. This is that rahat lever system also, we say it. Here is a bull. It rounds and rounds, moves, and this wheel rounds and rounds, move. And some of the buckets are put over here so that the water come out and come out. So now we have done this traditional irrigation method also. Now we are going to do our modern methods of irrigation. There are two modern methods. One is the sprinkler system and the other is the drip system. So in my village I have seen the drip system, and mainly some of the drip system, but mainly there are sprinkler system. There are the bottles, and there are you can see some of the places here in the drip system there are bottles, and then but in that sprinkler system there are something else, such as fountains, small fountains of water which can throw the water, or you can say that sprinklers, so that they can do and throw water every side. Means they that they go and round in a circle and give water to all of the plants. And then the drip system, we use some of the bottles also. Some people use bottle, means the handles from which we can control them or can give water to every plant. And mainly the good method is the drip system, because there is less that disadvantage of water. Mainly there is advantage of water in this system, and there is not loss in this water in this system. So now let us move ahead. Now we come on the harvesting, yes. So now we come on the harvesting. In harvesting we do threshing and winnowing. but one of the machine, it is combiner. So combiner is a machine in which we can do this both. Means in this machine we can do threshing and winnowing both at a time. And we can use winnowing machine also for harvesting, and we cut out our, we cut out our this crops when it is good, and means when it is very very good and essential to cut, so we cut out from our sickle also. So now we come on the storage. The storage, you can see here, these are some of the silos. Silos are the big tanks in which government put its, that its grains, or some of people also have these silos. And here these are granaries, go downs. Many of the people take from here, and these are also the go downs of the, that go downs of granaries. So thank you. This was the presentation by Ashutosh. Thank you and have a nice day, my friends.